All right, here we are with the CSL All-Star match. I'm Pythian Legume here with what should be an interesting best of two. This is the ASUS All-Star Weekend. It is Collegiate Dota's All-Star Game, and we'll be seeing today a best of two between Team Toffees and Team Gorgon. So we're already into the draft here for game number one. And we're getting some bands out here. You know, it'll be pretty interesting to see what is actually going on with these bands. So with an all-star match, we might not see some of the most serious Dota playing, but you know what? I'm ready to be surprised here. We've got definitely some great players on the teams, and we'll see how much they can feed, because I'm sure that's all we really want to see from them, honestly. As if we don't see them do that during the season anyway. So we may as well introduce the players real quick before the match even begins, and we'll introduce them on their heroes when we get started. So here for K-Pop is My Life, great name. We've got Passion Ice9, big smiley face, eye, and praise the sun. And for Wrecking Ball, I can't do the appropriate impression right there. I'm sorry. I'm sure you all were looking forward to that. We've got Koss, T1E, Zingle, Leaf Eater, and Cakes. So I'll be bringing this solo cast to you guys from my bedroom, because that's where I am right now. So, bad jokes, I'm sorry. You can all hate me or something. In any case, we've got the Venomancer from Wrecking Ball, and that is a hero we don't usually see. So maybe that's going to be part of a theme of the draft. I'd love to see some theme drafts here. And of course we have the Nature's Prophet, one of those boring heroes that for some reason people like to play. And the Lich. So I guess K-Pop is My Laffy is playing this a little bit seriously, as maybe they want to take the Wrecking Ball to Team Wrecking Ball. In any case, let's talk about the players a little bit. So I've actually seen quite a few of these players and watching a little bit of CSL and seeing them play their pubs and stuff where they managed to feed quite a bit. Also, over the past couple days, I've been following the Manila Open qualifiers in the Americas region, and I saw a couple of these people playing. I specifically watched a little bit of Zingle T1E, and they were doing fairly well. I believe they made it into the quarterfinals of the first Americas qualifier, I guess. They did pretty well. They came up against Evernova in the quarterfinal and lost. But they had some good matches in there. Finally, it is going to be the Treant Protector that gets picked up for Wrecking Ball, and he definitely hits like a truck or a massive ham sandwich. One of those two. And he will definitely provide the smackdown onto K-Pop. And maybe that is the answer that Wrecking Ball will need to take out their opposition. I also noticed that Leaf Eater is on Team Wrecking Ball, and he is that wonderful man that brought us the beautiful build of Necrophos Ancients farming. That was quite an endeavor right there. I don't know how we can ever forget, and I honestly don't know how we can thank him. A couple more bands coming out here, the Spectre and the Drow Ranger. Not really sure how much analysis we should do about this draft. I mean, Drow Ranger pretty good at hitting things with arrows and stuff. Maybe they think they're going for some kind of strat where they just push down towers really quickly with the Venomancer and the Drow. That could be a possibility. I didn't actually realize that there was all-star like strategies here. I thought we were just gonna have a little bit of fun with the match. It turns out that, well, maybe we have yet to see the real picks come out here. So I'm still hoping that we get to see something fun. I heard prior to the match that there might be a Rapier Rush, and we do have 2 matches for that to happen. I'm kind of hoping that it does, and if it doesn't, I will be severely disappointed. That is going to be an interesting pickup from K-Pop. They're going to go with the Pudge. That's always a fun hero to see. We're going to be interested in seeing the hooks. And, well, there's another skill shot here being picked up by Wrecking Ball, the Marana. It's a hero that we have seen more and more recently in 6.87 with the Aghanims change. a skill that's very good for farming once you get that double Star Storm, and is also good for some big burst damage in the fight. And there's the Ricky. I still haven't quite mastered how to build Ricky. So I've been told by the powers that be that I am free to talk about myself and CSL a little bit. My past in CSL is not very storied. I go to the University of Pittsburgh, and they ended up sending a team to the CSL semifinals last year and lost to the eventual champion. I actually made a video about them that was submitted to the ASUS First of Spring contest. So if you've watched that, I'm sure you know a lot about the university. I was not featured in that video at all because I'm not very... Well, I wasn't good enough to be on the team. And I actually played Division 2 a lot for a bit until my players decided that they didn't feel like showing up anymore. And playing 1v5 is not as fun as you would think. Alchemist was going to be picked up by Wrecking Ball. I've seen T1 play quite a bit of Alchemist over the past couple of days. He's alright. He doesn't feed that bad usually. But Zingle, on the other hand, is... that man dies under the strangest circumstances, and I'm sure we're going to be able to see some of that in the upcoming match. The Brewmaster will be the last pickup here for Wrecking Ball. And we'll finally see the last pickup for K-Pop and get on with this match, which is what I'm sure that we've all been waiting for in the Shadow Fiend. So, I mean, we had a little bit of a rough first part to the draft, but it is going to be the Shadow Fiend to round out the Dire side, and will be interesting because the last three heroes that K-Pop picked up, I mean, they're heroes that we see sometimes, but not so much. In any case, we're going to get right into this draft, and well, we've already got some rage quits. It's kind of to be expected. Some of these players are not the most developed socially. Sometimes in new situations they want to run and hide, especially when talking to girls. So maybe the... what was it? I don't quite remember. It was a Lich. Maybe the Lich will somehow reconnect sometime. Talking to girls is hard, guys. I mean, when you spend most of your time inside and your skin gets very white, people don't want to talk to you so much. It's a bit of a struggle. In any case, we are getting Praise the Sun back in here. Praise the Sun, of course, from the Cornell team. And he has reappeared. He's been talked back into society here. So here we go, ready to get into the game. We've got lots of talking in the all chat so far. And I think some players are eager to get on with their nightly plans. So here we go, into the match. And we may as well introduce our players here. So here for the rating, it's going to be Zingle on the Tree and Productor. Hello? Costly playing the Mirana. That's a nice amount she got right there. It's going to be Leaf Eater on the Venomancer. Wonder what kind of shit build he is going to be giving to us today. T1E, of course, will be on the Alchemist. And finally, on the Brewmaster will be Cakes. And he's, of course, got a Mango. Here for the Dire side on K-Pop is going to be I on Nature's Prophet. Yeah, we've got a Lich being played by Praise the Sun. The Pudge will be going over to top. He's going to be played by Big Smiley Face. The Ricky is going to silently be played by Ice9. And finally, that Shadow Fiend is going to be handled by Passion. So we've already got a ward placed down by the Nature's Prophet. And a couple of Radiant heroes are going to be smoked up. They're going to leave Leaf Eater as the bait, seeing if the Nature's Prophet will bite it. He's got a Treant kind of scouting them out, and now all the Radiant are going to reappear. It was a nice try, but unfortunately not going to go to fruition for the Radiant. Nice Sentry Ward is going to get placed down in advance in that mid lane by the Lich. It's on the high ground. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for the Radiant to deward it. And there is also the Observer Ward placed in the mid lane. being an all-star match, we definitely have to make sure that the cast is not too, let's say, serious. We need to make sure that we do plenty of flaming of the players. So if you are in the chat, make sure that you lay down the smack, because I would not have it any other way. I think Zingle might be flaming his Mirana already, who it would seem has already missed an arrow. Nature's Prophet also. Oh, there's another arrow. It's going to fly. Misses once again. I can see why they picked up the Mirana. Zingle's going to go for the Leech Seed onto the Nature's Prophet, and he'll be making an escape from there. In the mid lane, it's T1E versus the Shadow Fiend. And on the top lane, it is going to be Praise the Sun versus Cakes, as well as Ice9, as well as Pudge.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ah! You are right. You needed an overlay. I'm sorry, guys. You just wasted a minute of your life looking at a draft overlay. This is what happens when you're working off of one screen. And there we missed the first blood. God damn it. Sorry. Zingle is going to pick off the Nature's Prophet in the bottom lane, and there may or may not have been an arrow there. This is what happens when you work off of one monitor and try to do production, guys. I apologize for that, but this is the all-star match, and this is obviously the best casting experience you can have. We're going to have a pause as Ice9 tries to kill Cakes. I don't know why they're asking for a remake. We're going to go back to that top lane as the Brewmaster about to die. One last hit from the Lich will make sure that the Brewmaster falls in that top lane. What a feeder. Pudge is looking for some kills on the mid lane. He's only got Rot so far, so he's basically going to have to chase T1E to death with his bad smelling odor. And the Brewmaster has made his way over to the top lane once again. There is lots of talking in the all chat right now. I think T1E might be taunting the Pudge, who still is level 1 and hasn't gotten the hook. So he's definitely going to find ganking a little bit more difficult without the hook. And oh, the arrow misses once again. This Mirana, I believe she is... I mean, assuming she hit one on the bottom lane, she is 1 for 4. That's about the percentage that I would be getting in pubs. So I can't really blame her at all. Ah, screw it, it's an all-star match, I can blame her. Yeah, this Mirana's terrible. In any case, we've got IGH just farming out some creeps here. Pudge is also finding some creeps of his own. He has gotten level 2, so he now has a hook. So he has some way to kill heroes if he gets a little bit of help. A couple of raises onto the Alchemist in the mid lane. Let's talk about Zingle a little bit. We've been getting him off scot-free pretty much. He is currently 8 for 2. This Nature's Prophet is outlast hitting him right now. That's actually kind of bad, considering that the Treant Protector has 30 more damage than him. And he's also getting harassed. So either this Mirana is not doing her job, or the Nature's Prophet is somewhat good, because we all know that Zingle is not great. Over on the mid lane, Pudge is going to walk in, try to take T1E, and that is going to easily be a kill. Pudge is taking quite a bit of damage from that, and oh my gosh, he goes down in the acid spray. That was probably planned. Nature's Prophet is going to TP over to the top lane. He's got the Sprout down on the Cakes. Cakes is going to get silenced, and there come the trees. They're going to block him out for a little bit, and the Ice Blast will finish off the Brewmaster on the top lane, feeding as usual. Okay. Apparently Austin is weighing heavily on these players' minds. They'll be playing in a couple days, I believe. But they are playing right now, and the Nature's Prophet extending his stay a little bit on the top lane. He's going to find a couple of satyrs inside the jungle. He's going to get scouted well, a little bit by this Radiant Observer that was kindly placed down and somehow did not save the Brewmaster from any ganks, even though it is an okay ward. Probably should have helped him a little bit. Rana TP's over to the mid lane, probably looking for some Bouse arrows. But she's not going to find them just yet. T1E is going to sit in the middle of an acid spray and take a couple of hits from the Shadow Fiend. Here comes some trees, and they're going to just fall over. Almost like they were wanting to do something and couldn't quite muster the strength. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, T tours it up as Pudge takes down the tree and Protector. That was, of course, usage of the hook. I bet this Nature's Prophet hardly needed to do anything. And once again, the Zingle is feeding. I wouldn't say it's a surprise at this point. I think we should be pretty used to it by now. Here comes the arrow. It almost hits the Brewmaster, but unfortunately the Brewmaster is on Murano's own team. Here comes the Lich. Ice Blast goes on to T1E, not quite going to take him down. He wants to get another last hit in there, and the Shadow Alchemist not going to quite go down. Neither does the Shadow Fiend. So a couple of close calls in the mid lane. Not going to happen, though, as nice ganks are calling out and many raffles. Nature's Prophet starting to put a bit of a pressure onto the bottom tier 1. Putting some damage onto the Radiant Tower, but not a whole lot. The heroes seem to be very jovial at this point.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pudge is stalking. Probably needs to... Oh no, he found Zingle. Zingle is, for some reason, in the other team's jungle. He seems like he might be a bit confused. Here comes the Shadow Fiend. They're going to take care of the tree man. There's a hook! It hits him, but the tree and Protector not quite able to get the last hit onto the Pudge, who was taking quite a bit of damage there. In the end, Zingle seems confused and dies. In terms of last hits, the Shadow Fiend is tryharding it up, 37 for 11 right now. I had heard we were going to get some kind of Rapier Rush, but I don't think it's happening right now, as neither Zingle or Passion are going for that Brown Boots Rush. T1E, he is getting very low. He's going to get smacked down by the Shadow Rays in the mid lane. Also rotation by 3 other people. I don't think that was entirely needed, but, you know, the moral support was definitely necessary. I mean, I know you guys like fight recaps, so there you go. Right now, the Dire have basically taken control of this game. They're trying a little bit harder than the apparent all-stars on the Radiant team. Zingle might be the next casualty, as he is going to move up in this bottom lane. He's going to move back. He hasn't taken the invisibility quite yet, and here comes Nature's Prophet. There's the Pudge. Pudge is going to go with the Rot, and now Zingle's going to go for the old play where he tries to kill the Pudge first. There's an overgrowth, and while the Pudge might actually die, yeah, he does. One smackdown from the Zingle is going to secure the kill. Unfortunately, the Nature's Prophet says that, well, Tree, you're not going to get out of this one. The big man goes down for, this is the 3rd time in the match. He has somehow gotten 2 kills, and Zingle once again trash talks. I haven't really seen Leaf Eater too much in this match. He's also picked up the Blightstone. I'm sure that will help his damage a little bit. I just love these Leaf Eater builds. He's going to put that Poison Nova onto the Nature's Prophet, which somehow found the kill onto the Brewmaster in the top lane. And well, I had no idea what Zingle thought he could do there because he had no overgrowth to get a kill with. Over on the mid lane, T1, he's got a double damage rune, as well as the Alchemist ultimate going. Drops the Soul Ring on the ground for fun, and almost like he's taunting Passion with it. Pudge is here, looking for the hook. Not quite going to find it just yet. And that's going to force the Alchemist off the lane, and he will find some buddies in the jungle. Hand of Midas, picked up at 8 minutes 50 seconds. This is the old poor man's shield Hand of Midas built by Ice9. You see it basically all the time. I mean, I've seen it all the time, probably. Oh man, so interesting builds all around here. And the Alchemist has not quite actually gotten to anything. I think this is going to be a Brown Boots Radiance from him. He's currently at 1,400 gold. Cakes is going to find Praise the Sun inside the jungle. Praise the Sun might need to get out, but he is going to get some help from the Nature's Prophet. Here comes the Pudge as well. Oh, the arrow hits the Pudge. It was probably the wrong target, and the Swat will come through. Ice Splash finishes off, and Praise the Sun taken very low by that purple Satyr Blast. Koss going to try to find anything on the backside. Pudge is going to be here. Gets the hook on the Cuz. Cuz could be in trouble. Doesn't have a leap right now. Oh, he goes for the deny. Not even going to be close. A couple of kills here for the Dire, and they have taken basically full control in this match. They have not quite taken a tower just yet, but they are putting a little bit of pressure on the map. Here comes Cakes. He's going to get silenced up in the top lane. He's not quite gotten level 6. He's going to put a little bit more damage onto Ricky. Here comes a hook from the Pudge. Going to take that rot to the face, but they have got to take this guy down, and the Nature's Prophet will make sure that happens. Brewmaster once again goes down, and well, a little bit of trash talking from the Pudge. Another ASUS spray on the mid lane by T1E. He's getting pretty aggressive onto the Shadow Fiend, but the Shadow Fiend, he's doing quite a bit of damage to T1E, and one last raise will make sure that the Alchemist, this is 3 deaths from him. He's 1-3 right now. I am not really sure what he was trying to accomplish with that. He's 4,200 net worth right now, and this is going to be the armlet build. Something pretty interesting. We've seen more we can't talk. We've seen more Alchemists going for the armlet recently, especially with the changes to it in 6.87. And I think I'm just about done talking about some serious stuff. So let's flame some players. Look at scores. This Lich is somehow 4-0-2. We can't really flame that. He's doing kind of well right now. Only got 5 last hits though. Probably needs to get on that. Pudge running up to the high ground. Could find the Brewmaster once again. Ricky is keeping the vision. Pudge has to make sure that he doesn't hook the Ricky, and he doesn't. Ricky gets out of the way, tries not to get out of the way there, and we'll see who ends up getting the kill. It looks like they're all going for it. Brewmaster about to use the ultimate. Doesn't quite get it off, and the arrow comes through. Does hit the Ricky. He is not that sneaky, but the trees will come out onto the Mirana. She still has the leap available, doing a lot of damage to the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet in the end goes down. Mirana really wanted that one. It was probably worth it for her. Probably. Heh, just kidding. Not at all. Now the Shadow Fiend. Let's see what he's got right now. He's got the Windlace working towards the Yule Scepter. He's got the Courier going back to the base form right now. So he does have the full Yule Scepter completed. Regeneration. And maybe that will help him to get some kills. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Ricky putting the Mickey onto the Brewmaster. And by the Mickey, I mean that he's just looking at him and not doing anything. Could get a nice hook here from Pudge. He's waiting on top of the high ground. He's just waiting for someone to come into range here. Shadow Fiend continues to wipe up some creeps in the mid lane, and wasn't quite able to get that Veno ward down with the last hit. Sometimes they can get a little bit tanky. Venomancer, I mean, you always have to be careful with this Leaf Eater build. Right now he's gotten full points into the wards, 2 into the Poison Sting, and 1 into the Venomous Gale. Arrow just going to once again miss onto the Lich. This Mirana, you almost have to think about what she's actually aiming for with these arrows. If she's aiming for the air, I would say she's succeeding. But if she's going for anything else, I'm going to have to give her a failing grade on that one. Luckily, my finals are over, so I don't have to worry about failing grades at all. Except for the ones that I've already gotten. Bible thump. There's going to be the Leech Seed onto the Lich. He's about to throw out the Chain Frost. He's going to get nice hooked out by Pudge. There's going to be the Chain Frost coming through, doing a lot of damage to the range. Leaf Eater about to go down. He's going to get absolutely wrecked by that Requiem of Souls. And now Zingle, he gets the last Leech Seed onto the Lich. That is definitely worth it for your carry Zingle to be going for. On the other side, Brewmaster going ham. He's going to watch his Mirana die. Eventually they will end up getting the Nature's Prophet, who unfortunately did not get the Courier there. In the end, a fairly even fight for the teams, as the Radiant really need to get a couple kills off of this to get back into the game. Ricky continues to not be involved in any fights. Zingle asked if he's almost at Rapier. I don't think anyone is almost at Rapier at this point. But the Treant does somehow pick up an Echo Saver, even with all of the deaths that he's had. That is a little bit impressive. It almost makes me think that Zingle's hacking right now, which I wouldn't be surprised about. A couple of wards are going to get dewarded in that mid lane, and Well, it's been a couple minutes in the game. Let's take a look at some grass, actually. Hold that thought as the Mirana ult comes through. Ricky is sitting there. They are not going to see him just yet, but they will see the Pudge. And here comes Mirana. Dismember going to be used on the cost, and they're all going to run in. There is going to be a nice smoke going to be used by the Ricky, and he will use the ultimate. Nice overgrowth on the Pudge. Ice 90 is going to get thrown up into the air by the Brewling. Zingle about to get away. No, he's not going to be able to quite get away, but there is going to be a stun onto the Ricky. Zingle gets one last leap in by the Ricky, and he will go down. Ricky goes for the tower, but the Fortify is going to get used. Cake's trying to get out of this one, and one more Blink Strike is going to take down the Brewmaster. A couple kills there on the top lane. And this is the second tower of the game taken for the Dire. The Radiant did take one in the bottom lane somehow. I'm always surprised when the Radiant accomplish anything in the match, to be honest. Frankly, because they're not doing a whole lot this match. Pudge. There he goes. Gets the hook on the T1E. Hello, sir. Smell meh. Pudge going to chase down the T1E. T1E puts out that concoction. He's actually not going down just yet. Nice armlet toggling as the Dire are going to come in from the backside. T1E. He's going to have to try to armlet toggle. Not going to be enough. As the Chain Frost continues to bounce around here. Nature's Prophet, he doesn't even care about the Radiant here. He's just going to continue to hit the tower. Ice 9 taking a lot of damage here. Overgrowth comes through from Zingle. The Nature's Prophet. Oh, is the hook going to be there? Yo! There it is, Zingle. Zingle going to die once again, and now Cakes, he's left all alone by his team, and that's going to complete that full 5-man team wipe by the Dire. Call these guys all-stars because I have no idea what the Radiant are doing. This last remaining tier 1 tower for the Radiant going to go down is this Nature's Prophet. He's got the Blightstone and the Aghanim Scepter, doing a little bit of damage here. One would think that he's going to go back to his own base soon as he is fairly low on health and mana. Oh, call-outs, man. In any case, I mean, I promised grass. We talked about grass in favor of K-pop right now. 10,000 net worth and experience. A couple wards placed down on the high ground. For Mirana, she farmed up some creep with the arrow. And here's Leaf Eater. Let's take a closer look at him. He's got that item going on, leaving a trail behind him, and he's looking pretty good right now. Nature's Prophet has made it on top of the cliff. He's gonna get hit by an arrow. Might be a bait as the Mirana ult comes through, and Pudge helps his friend off the cliff. What a bud. I believe the term for that is bro. Couple treants going to get created in that mid lane. They're going to rush down here. Zingle going to get Sprout out once again, joining his own kind. He could go invisible if he wants to. Dagon comes through by the Nature's Prophet. And actually the Nature's Prophet going to help finish off some more heroes with the Pudge. Passion finds a hero. Where is he? Oh, he's in bot. I don't know what the Alchemist was doing there. Probably trying to find some farm. Wasn't really working for him. Pudge walks forward. Oh, man. He is on point with these hooks. Leaf Eater, hello. Killing spree for the Pudge. He is just working those hooks like a master here. And this is going to be the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. And an attempt onto the tier 2 in the bottom lane as all the creeps got cleared out by the Shadow Fiend. So he's going to get some help from his own creeps. They're going to take it out. Nature's Prophet is giving the other team a gift. Good to know. What a nice guy. I wish that in my pubs people would give me gifts. But no one likes me, so things are a little bit difficult there. Mechanum is going to get finished up by the Lich. And we might see an attempt onto the Roshan by the Dire. Going into the big man here. There is a Shadow Fiend with the double damage rune, so that might help him a little bit. I'm not sure if the Radiant know about this. If they take a look at their vision, they basically don't know anything about it. But there is the scan! They see them with the scan. They know there is someone outside the pit. But it's too late. Roshan is going to get taken out by the Dire, and the Aegis comes through. Pudge rarely misses a hook. Rare occurrence here is a blink forward by Shadow Fiend. He's looking for some kills. He might find... Oh my gosh, edge panning is really bad, guys. Don't do it. Nature's probably finds another kill, but I don't really care. Cakes is about to die. He's going to use the Mango and turn into the Brewlings. He's going to save himself, throws out a rock onto Shadow Fiend, but this is a lot of damage going out from the Dire Heroes onto him. Passion getting very low. He also has the Aegis to worry about, so I think that, yeah, there's the blue Brewling going away. T1, decides that he wants to fight. He's going to put the concoction on the Passion. Passion doesn't quite go down. This man just will not die. Trees are going to be blocking out the Brewmaster in the mid lane. Or, sorry, the Alchemist, as Mirana gets hooked by Pudge once again. This guy's been pretty good with his hooks. Right now, the Dire are pushing closer to the Radiant base. Here comes the Requiem onto T1. T1 is going to be trying to get away with the help by Zingle. There's going to be the Aegis popped, and here comes Ice9 right onto the back of the Treant Protector. Treant Protectors do not like axes or blades or any kind of knife that would possibly kill them. Concoction goes onto the Pudge. There's the Chain Frost. Gonna absolutely wreck Cakes and the Venomancer. Leaf Eater. Might want to rethink those builds, man. I don't think too many people on the Dire like them. Again, 2 heroes go down for the Dire. They're taking quite a big advantage here. Riki is going to be pushing out the top lane in preparation for that tier 2 tower being pushed down. And let's see what the Alchemist is getting. He's getting a poor man's shield. He's also finished up his Radiance, so that's possibly going to say that the Radiant might have some kind of chance to get back into it. But, well, there goes the Courier. Hello, Nature's Prophet. He's going to try to run away here, make some trees. Doubtful if he's going to be able to get out. Brewmaster comes in, and, well, he's going to pay for getting the Courier, as he's going to feed a death over to the side of the Radiant. Free Tome of Knowledge. Sure, man, sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Shadow Fiend putting the damage onto the last remaining outer tower here for the Radiant. It's about half health right now. Zingle comes in. He's invis. Here comes Cakes. He's going to put that smash down. He's not got the ultimate for 14 more seconds. Has to be a little bit careful. Zingle is going to take a little bit of damage from the Riki. Riki is going to Blink Strike Array, and now Zingle, he's got no help from the rest of his team, so he's going to be forced back here in the top lane. Ice9 about to go down. There's the dust, and he will get taken out by the Alchemist. And the Divine Rapier, hello? Where is it? Where's the Rapier? Oh, it's on the Brewmaster now. Oh, no. Well, boys, you wanted something interesting out of an all-star match, and you have just now gotten it. The Riki picks up a Divine Rapier and promptly feeds it to their other team. So now, 13 kills to 33. The Dire are pretty far ahead of the Radiant. They are pushing into that base. XP and gold firmly in favor of the K-pop boys. But look at that change. I mean, that Divine Rapier, at least it's on the Brewmaster, who basically won't be doing damage for it for about half of the fight. But still, he can do quite a bit of damage, and he just needs to get very survivable right now. Smoke is going to be on the Shadow Fiend. They're looking for someone to take down here. Let's see where they decide to go. Pudge looking for a hook. Passion looking for an Alchemist. Alchemist stepping up in that bottom lane. There's the blink forward. And the Yule Scepter wrecking T1E. T1E, he throws out the concoction, but that Aghanim Scepter means that you are not getting away from this one, buddy. Man, Zingle could get scouted out a little bit here. He does have a Crystallis, so he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage if he can continue to survive in the fight. Nature's Prophet buys back into the game. Alchemist is still down. Zingle invisible with Mirana ult. And he's going to get the overgrowth on the Nature's Prophet. Echo Saber doing quite a bit of work here. Arrow just going to miss the Nature's Prophet. Now here comes Cakes. He's got the Divine. He may want to be careful with it. Mirana ult continues to go through. There is a Sentry Ward on the lower ground for the Dire. Another hand of minus by the Mirana. She is pretty far behind, and the game might end before she's actually able to get use of that big hook onto Zingle. Nature's Prophet ultimate comes through, and look at that big Treant. That is the only remaining remnant of the Treant Protector, and that is all they have to remember him by. Cakes blinks forward a little bit. He's still got the Divine. T1E, he's going to get immediately hooked into this one. Chain Frost comes through. That was a very quickly dead Alchemist. And he's going to spam out the good game well played. I don't think that they're going to let it end right now, but Cakes is going to continue to sit there with the Divine Rapier. There goes Ice9 picking it up, and I'm going to say that that's about it. Double buyback by the Alchemist and the Brewmaster. Mirana picks up the Nature's Prophet. Cakes goes into Primal Split, stops Praise the Sun in his tracks, and the Mirana makes it back to the base, or buys back at least. Pudge, a little bit far into the Radiant base, might want to get back to his own home. And there's the Shadow Fiend, as usual, going for the objectives. Ricky has absconded with the Divine Rapier, and I guess that might mean that he's going to disappear for the rest of the match. Lots of buybacks on the side of the Radiant. They used a lot of resources for that. Take a quick look at some graphs, because numbers and stuff. I don't know what was going on there. Passion once again finds the Mirana with the Requiem of Souls. You are not going to get away from this guy with an Aghanim Scepter. And I'm not even sure if the Radiant can do anything about this. Leaf Eater steps up in the mid lane, and Ice9 says goodbye. He's also got a Rapier, so this Venomancer pretty much stands no chance against the Ricky. Even if the Rapier weren't there, I think it would be pretty doubtful. Alright, so things have calmed down a little bit. Nature's Prophet goes on to Cakes, finds the kill. Cakes says goodbye, world. He's going to a better place. So I guess we'll see who's going to be the next solo pick off here. Nature's Prophet, extremely mobile. He can basically go anywhere around the map. Treant Protector going to find Pudge here. Ice Blast in the face, as well as a Dismember. He's going to get hooked back, and one last hit from the Pudge will make sure that the Treant Protector is going to get chopped down. Midas available. At least she gets that before she leaps away from the Pudge. The hook was down. Now another one comes through, and he hits that one. Aghanim Scepter ensuring that this Pudge gets basically all of the hooks. Now we may see a push onto this bottom tier 3 tower, as most of the Radiant heroes are down. Pudge looking for another hook. I agree with the Mirana. She did get her Midas off. Still not getting the best value out of it, but at least she got it off. Dire gonna get sprouting up on the Venomancer. Oh, Pudge rarely misses the hook, and well, T1 eventually stuns himself up. Eul Scepter comes through. Requiem of Souls. There we go. Ricky is going to finish off the Alchemist. Now, Venomancer also goes down to the Pudge. Tier 3 tower about to go down. Praise the Sun. He's trying to TP back to base. He wants to heal up. Hook on to Zingle. Hello! And the Ricky ultimate also is going to get used. Passion about to go down. The Shadow Fiend does. They finally get a kill onto him. Ice9 has to back up here. He has Rapier. He really does not want to give it up once again. Pudge decides that he doesn't care about his team. He's just going to go for the tower. There's going to be a TP in here by Cos. Nature's Prophet thrown up into the air by the Storm Brewing. Hook on to Mirana. Hello. Starfall comes down. Doesn't really matter. Does a little bit of damage to the Ricky. We'll see if the Brewmaster is able to do anything about it. He comes with a smack, and the Ricky's down. Divine Rapier on the deck. And Cakes is going to try to get out. This is his endeavor. He's got the Shadow Blade. And he actually canceled it there. Did something. Hook back on the Cakes, and the Dagon falls the Brewmaster. They're just going to leave the Divine Rapier on the ground. I think they might be making a gift. Nature's Prophet is going to dance around it. You gotta love that. And the Pudge eventually picks it up. Bottom set of racks are going to completely go down. Leaf Eater once again gets sprouted. He's trying to do as much damage as he can over to the IGH. Here comes the Overgrowth. Saves Leaf Eater for a couple more seconds. Concoction comes through. Nice hook away by Pudge. He's going to get Zingle out of this one. Nature's Prophet does go down, and that is the Divine Rapier on the deck. T1 going back for it as the Zingle did go down. And where did this Rapier go? Where'd it go? It's on Pudge now. Alright. Hard to keep track of the Rapier in this game, guys. Take a quick look at the fight recap. Wrecking Ball, you know, they're taking a couple kills here. They're getting back into this match slightly. Somehow our Pudge has ended up as the top net worth because he has that Rapier. Not really gotten that much help. The Aghanim Scepter has helped him out a little bit. It gives him a very low cooldown on the hook, and he's definitely using it. And he's very good at hitting them. Usually the case with the hook is that when you buy the Aghanim Scepter and you get the lower cooldown, it means that you're able to miss more hooks. Because remember, you miss every hook you don't throw. And for some people, you miss every hook you do throw. However, this Pudge is doing fairly well. Picked up the Echo Saber. I'm all about those new items. Pudge is going to step forward in the mid lane, and he finds the creeps. He ganks them like a bouse. He's going to quickly make sure that they die. You know, Echo Saber is actually fairly good on Pudge because he relies on the Ra being in range to do a lot of damage to people. I mean, of course he has the Dismember, but it is nice to like maybe go in with the Echo Saber, get the double hit, get the slow, get the Dismember, get another slow after it. It seems pretty useful. Ice9 going to go right after Brewmaster, who gets out of range of that Dire Sentry. So he will be safe. Another Roshan going to be attempted by the Dire, taking out very quickly. The Shadow Fiend does, well, he's gone Ag's Refresher. There you go.
Radiant's top tower is
Lich
under
has the Guardian Grease. He also has that Bane-like mask over his face. Leaf Eater has to be careful here. He could get chased down by the Nature's Prophet. The tower goes down in the top lane. Dagon comes through. Leaf Eater, he's trying to slither his way out of this one. Looks like he will make it. Arrow once again misses. Lich is being very sneaky about this. He's got the Invis rune. Shadow Fiend gets the big ulti and is going to pop the Aegis because of that Blade Mail. Also uses the refresher here, so he's got the ultimate once again. Overgrowth goes on to Praise the Sun trying to get out, but not going to happen. One last smack will make sure that he dies. Here comes another Requiem. Zingle. See ya! Actually, he's not dead just yet. He's still got that living armor, but he's dead anyway. I mean, you kind of expect Zingle to die at this point. Passion is taking a lot of damage from the Poison Nova. One thing that I know Luna does not like at all. Shadow Fiend goes down for a second time after that Aegis being popped. Zingle, Dismember here. Ricky does get dusted up. And now the Dagon goes on the Leaf Eater. He gets trapped outside of the Sprout. Somehow that arrow hits Pudge. And he's going to sit there for a while. Mirana, the last remaining member of her team that is alive. And Nature's Prophet finds the Ag's Refresher combo as well. I'm a little bit surprised that all of the Dire haven't gone Ag's Refresher. It seems to be the build in this match. There's another fight recap for you guys. Arrow hits the Pudge, but that is going to only bait out the Ricky to try to kill the Mirana. There's the smoke screen a little bit late. Brewmaster goes on to Koch. Whoa, double Dagon. Okay, that's all right. It's all right there. Ice9 going to blink away from this one. He's going to get a lot of beer from the Brewmaster. T1 trying to chase this down. He's going to throw that concoction onto Ice9. They don't see the Ricky anymore. They are going to get silenced up. Blink strike away. He's going to be right underneath the Radiant Sentry. One more. Divine Rapier on the ground. Hello. This thing will not stop dropping, pretty much.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So the top set of racks are gone for the Radiant. Now a naked set of racks in the mid lane. And where did this Rapier go? I'm sure it went on a very important hero. Yes, it is on the Mirana, who I'm sure does quite a bit of damage. Shadow Fiend about to push in on that bottom lane. He's going to blink away. He feels that he doesn't have his team with him. Cakes is trying to chase him down. Double Raise is going to finish off the small camp. Passion continues to farm up the Radiant jungle. Cakes is trying to chase him down. We'll get the smack on the Passion, but Passion says, "Hello, sir. You just initiated onto me." Passion goes around the trees, blinks away. What a juke. Not really the big juke, but he got away at least. Look at all those trees. They are chasing after the Mirana. Mirana forced to leap away. Her cat does not like those little tree things. Here comes the, okay, Ace Prophet. Is going to get hit by an arrow. Use that Dagon once again to kill the Venomancer. Leaf Eater might be looking for some new builds pretty soon here. Oh, Tiwani, he's going to get Yule Scepter up in the air. Here comes the... Oh, no. baits out the blade mail. So there's possibly going to be another Requiem right onto T1. He will finish him off. So good thing on the Shadow Fiend to kind of expect that coming. Somehow Wrecking Ball comes out on top of that. Pudge is going to be right next to the Tree Protector. Once again, the Refresher Orb cleaning up another hero on the Radiant. So here they go. What else is over here? Zingle taking a lot of damage. Just kidding, Zingle's dead. Not that surprising. Lich is going to get lifted up into the air by the Brewling. Rock comes through onto Pudge. It's almost going to take him down, but he needs to be damaged a little bit more. Lich is going to get taken out by the Mirana inside the base by the Sarfall. And Pudge is on top of the cliff. Hello. Cakes is forced to run away from the Riki here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And did the full racks go down just yet? No, they still have a ranged racks to protect their base from the mega creeps. Hello, Ice9. He talks to some creeps at bot.
Radiant's middle tower
I
is
would
under attack.
suspect that the Radiant are going to do everything they can to defend this Radiant ranged racks in the mid lane. The Plague Wards are going to do all they can to try to do that. Here comes the big man down the mid lane. He's got the Boots of Travel, the Plate Mail. I would assume that's going to build into the Shiva's Guard. Here we go. Riki is doing quite a bit of damage. Oh, hook on the T1E. Ice9 does go down, and we'll see if they're able to deal with this Pudge. T1E taking a lot of damage. Another hook. Hello, sir. You're not getting away right now, but, well, the Pudge, he's going to go down. There's the Dagon, though. To be expected right onto the Alchemist. IGA is trying to do everything he can. He will end up going down. Pudge buys back. He's going to be right back into this. Passion wreaking havoc with that Requiem of Souls. And now all these treants are in the way. Get them out of the way. We got to get the Shadow Fiend over the base, and that's going to be the GGWP. Called out by the Wrecking Ball. Not really doing what it was advertised to do in this game. 30 kills to 65 in 36.5 minutes. K-Pop do take the victory over Wrecking Ball, and well, that was quite an interesting match. I'm Pythian, once again bringing you this ASUS All-Star Week All-Star match of Dota 2 to you off of Dota TV and on twitch.tv/CStarLeague. Stay tuned. We'll be coming right back at you with game number 2. Don't move a muscle. And we're back here with game number 2 of this best of 2 in the ASUS All-Star Weekend of the CSL. This is the second match of the Collegiate Star League Dota All-Star game between Team Toffees and Team Gorgon. I have no idea which is which right now. But we're going to have a lot of fun with it. I'm once again Pythian. My name has not changed since the last match. I will be bringing you this second game of the best of 2 set. This is our last match that we'll be showing you today. So we'll be definitely interested to see if there will be a rapier, if the teams are going to try hard, which team will get the first blood, and, you know, all that other fun stuff. Dota2 here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go quickly through this draft. We've got the Techies and the Ricky banned out. I don't really know why you would ban a Techies in an all-star match. I don't think either it won't be picked up or you want it to be picked up. And if you ban it out, you are lame. So Passion, we can be assured, is lame. Instead, he is going to pick up the Magnus and the Ursa Bear. Ursa is like one of my favorite heroes in Dota 2. He is very cute and very fuzzy and wuzzy. And he also kind of goes with the Magnus. I mean, they're both kind of animals and stuff. So we might have some kind of theme draft right here from the team that shall not be named. We'll call them the Radiant for now. Meanwhile, for Team Wrecking Ball, I think we might have some kind of minion strat going here, as we've got the Beastmaster and the Chen. Chen, of course, the Holy Warrior. One time I met Chen on the side of a road. He tried to convert me to his religion, and I fell over because I tripped over a rock. And I went to the hospital.
5 seconds remaining.
And I didn't die because I'm still here. In any case, that was a story that probably none of you care about. Let's keep talking about Dota. Couple more bans here. We've got the Wisp and the Earthshaker game banned out. I don't know how to make any sense of these bans. I'm not sure if the teams are try-harding or if they're actually going to have a little bit of fun with this.
Radiant team ban.
More bans here. So this has actually been a rather long season of the CSL. I guess I could talk a little bit about the team from the school that I go to, since that's really the connection I have to the league. So University of Pittsburgh, they made it into the playoffs. Good for them. They had some players. Eventually what ended up happening was one of their players was very difficult to work with, and he would not make the best decisions in game, so apparently that's why they lost. They ended up losing to Cornell, who are in the semifinals, so I'm sure Cornell deserved that win, because my team was terrible. So here they are. They are in this all-star match with some other people from some different schools, University of Michigan, and other schools that are in the CSL. Apparently they're somewhat good at the game because they made it into the all-star match, or maybe they just won a popularity contest, which is also sometimes things that happen with an all-star match. I wonder how many things I can say before I get fired.
Radiant team pick.
I'm really not saying anything too terrible right now. Axe is going to get picked up.
Dire team ban.
So is the Winter Wyvern. Those heroes are fairly good together, I would say, because the Winter Wyvern can slow people down and Axe can catch up to them and spin. Almost like Katniss Everdeen, except that Axe is not a woman. Although that would be an interesting lore idea. Some kind of fanfic.
Reserve time.
Nature's Prophet is going to get picked up by Wrecking Ball this time. Last time it was on the side of K-pop.
Radiant team ban.
So we'll see how Tryhard Wrecking Ball want to go with it. It might be some kind of block pick because they know that K-pop wanted to go Tryhard with the Nature's Prophet. So instead they pick up the Nature's Prophet themselves so that the other team doesn't go as Tryhard.
10 seconds remaining.
They also pick up the Dazzle. So we were talking about that minion strat earlier, but that is not the case.
Reserve time.
Trying to find some other stories to talk about here. We've already talked about how much Zingle feeds. We've talked about Leaf Eater's builds. T1E, some reason, plays with Zingle a lot. Kicks. I don't know too much about Kicks. He seems like an interesting person. His avatar is a cake, which kind of makes me hungry.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know why you guys are saying that I'm a Suns fan. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, so Axe and Legion Commander are on the same team. That is a 4 melee lineup for K-pop, along with the Winter Wyvern. We will see how things go for them. They ended up winning the last match. We'll see what kind of meme builds they come up with this time. It's going to be the last pickup from Wrecking Ball. Actually, didn't really notice that K-pop, they used very little reserve time.
Reserve time.
So Wrecking Ball going with a bit different of a strat this time. This is clearly a push strat. They've got all the minions. They've got the Nature's Prophet Treants. They've got the Chen creeps. They've got Beastmaster Boars and Hawks and Dazzle to heal them all up. And I'm assuming they're going to go for some kind of damage with this last pick.
Drow Ranger.
And it is the Drow Ranger. So this is the full out pushing strat from Wrecking Ball, and this is probably a little bit truer to their name. They want to come in like a Wrecking Ball and just take out all of the Radiance Towers before they can even react. We'll see how that works because the Dire, I mean, they need a couple of levels to get started, whereas the Radiant, in order to stop them, they definitely need to get a few items up. So it's going to depend who does better in this early game. With that being said, I'm going to change my overlay because there you go. And when we get into the game, I will put the game screen up so that you guys don't get treated to a wonderful windowed view of the action for the first 2.5 minutes of the game.
10 seconds remaining.
We are learning. So there you go. Into the game we are, and there's once again going to be a disconnect by the Winter Wyvern. And they haven't paused the game yet. There we go. They did it. So we are getting into this game. For some reason, whoever made the lobby did not put a little mark in the best of little markings there. So we do not know who won game number 1. I'll tell you guys right now that it was this team that won. And wow, switching heroes. They are switching heroes on the Radiant side. That is some new meta stuff right there. They do not want the other team to know which hero they're playing. They want to screw them over or mix them up or something like that. In any case, here we go into game number 2. Alright, so apparently Gorgon's team won the first match, so Toffees got to get it in gear for game number 2, otherwise he is going to be ridiculed endlessly, I'm sure. So let's introduce our teams. We've got Solar on the Legion Commander. Orsa will be handled by IGH. We've got the Winter Wyvern. Could be played by Praise the Sun. Magnus for the Radiant will be played by Passion. Finally, it's going to be Ice 9 on the Axe. Might have a little bit of an encounter here as Cakes' Beastmaster finds the Legion Commander. It's going to be Leaf Eater on the Drow Ranger, wearing the kitty cat set. Love it. Dazzle be played by Zingle. That's a little bit new. Zingle Dazzle. T1E will be handling that Nature's Prophet. Got the mushroom cap on, so we're going to expect all kinds of misplays from him. And finally, Koss is going to be on the Chen. Here we go into the match. We're going to see Ice9. He's going to go right into Leaf Eater and T1E. He's going to go right in the middle and pick up that bounty rune. He is so fat that it's so hard to pick it up from underneath. He's going to get blocked out by the trains. Hope that bounty rune is worth it, sir, because you are going down. At least you got the bounty rune. So, yeah, before this match it was told to the teams that CSGO was after this, so they want to drag it out apparently, even though the Dire clearly have a pushing lineup. Ice9 hanging out in the trees, looking for a little bit of experience. We'll see if Leaf Eater is able to deny him. Not sure why the Axe is hiding right now. He is certainly not accomplishing anything, and I don't think that this Drow Ranger is too much of a threat to him at level 1. Zingle going to find Ice9 here. Just lying in wait for him for a little bit. That's about all I have to say about that. In the bottom lane, Beastmaster, he's got to be careful of Praise the Sun. Praise the Sun, of course, has the first skill. And Ice9 tells Zingle to go back to his people. Here comes the Chen onto the mid lane. He denies their creeps. Going to get a double stun possibly. There's one. And the second is underneath the tower. So Chen would have to try very hard to get that off. That's, of course, the play you can go for as a Chen with the Mud Golems, or really any hero that can dominate a Mud Golem. You take the first one very low, take it out, and then get some more stuns. So that's possibly 3 stuns that you can get off there. But unfortunately, the Nature's Prophet was not in position for anything. Also hasn't quite skilled up the Sprout, so the push on that was a little bit mistimed. Ice9 taking a lot of damage from the Dazzle. Zingle going to get hit by some creeps here. Zingle, you might want to be careful eventually. Those creeps can hurt a Dazzle at level 2.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
T1E going to salve up in the mid lane. And I think they might be getting some help here. Scouting, not done just yet. Nature's Prophet is going to see them now and have a little bit of fun in that tower. I actually missed the kill on the Axe. I don't even know that I missed it. Drow killed the Axe. I mean, that's a little bit surprising. I didn't expect Leaf Eater to actually be good at anything, and he somehow got a kill. Oh well. I'm sure it wasn't important. Kasa's gonna find the haste rune. And there is also another Mud Golem here, trying to go on to Ice9. He's going to throw in the Mud Golem first, and this haste rune is definitely going to help him. Tyra's going to take out the Mud Golems, and he's not going to micro. No, Kas, what are you doing? Oh, I don't think that was lag. That just was unfortunate. Ice9 will find the kill onto the Chen, who misplayed that. Got stuck in with his creeps, and Orisa is going to go down to the Beastmaster in the bottom lane. I'm pretty sure that's just the Beastmaster chasing the Orisa down. I would think that the Orisa would win that engagement, but somehow he didn't. Zingle trying to get all of the gold here. I think this might be somewhat of a support Dazzle, but you never know with Zingle, because I'm pretty sure that any support Dazzle with him would basically just become a 0 and 20 Dazzle. T1E misses the last hit on the mid lane. Gotta be efficient with those. Yeah, I think that was just an Orisa getting very aggressive on the bottom lane and going way too deep onto a Beastmaster. We've got the... oh no. Is this really 4 Wraith Bands from the Drow Ranger? They want to go for that super fast push. Beastmaster once again gets a kill onto the Winter Wyvern. We are getting all of the kills here. Poison Touch on the Ice9. Ice9 trying to back away from this one. He will. Not too hard. He might have a rotation onto the mid lane. T1E. He's got Koss with him with the Purge creep. Passion. He's gonna get purged up. There he is. Oh, he's just gonna charge right through that Sprout. Trees don't stop this man. Zingle, he's going to get Battle Hunger from Ice9, and Ice9, he smells blood in the water. Zingle trying to run around here. There's going to be the call, and Ice9 easily deals with the Dazzle. Zingle once again getting that feeding feel on. I don't really know what the Winter Wyvern is doing, wasting mana here. Maybe they thought something was going to happen on that mid lane, but obviously it wasn't there. Sprout goes on to Passion. This Winter Blast goes on to T1E as well as a Shockwave. And yeah, the Nyx is probably going to have to back up here. Skewer could come forward. There's going to be another Shockwave. Zingle is here without a Shallow Grave. Alright, Zingle finds no kills, and he also doesn't save his carry. Chen will finish off the Magnus with the Test of Faith. And in terms of builds, we've got Leaf Eater going for the 5 Wraithband build. Koss is going to walk right up to the X, who has tons of creeps around him. There could be enough time to get off that dunk. Here comes the Nature's Prophet, though, going to keep Ice9 away from him. Nice blocking coming in by the tomato creep. Ice9, he's going to go for it. He needs a couple more steps, doesn't matter. Nature's Prophet finds the kill onto the Axe, and it's 3 kills to 5 in favor of Wrecking Ball. They are doing a little bit better job of doing that this game, for sure. Quintuple Wraithband build for Drow Ranger. I've not seen this in quite a while. So, yeah, this Drow Ranger has learned how to build Wraithband, and she's doing a little bit of damage to this tier 1 tower in the top lane. She is actually doing over 160 damage with her auto attacks before reductions. And here comes Ice9. We'll see if he's able to salvage this tier 1 tower. Drow Ranger takes it down with the help of T1E. So this is kind of the strength of the Dire lineup. They can push really fast. So here they come down the top lane. Nature's Prophet doing over 130 damage. Drow Ranger helping him out a little bit with the Precision Aura. And they're going to go on to the tier 2 tower. Axe for now has not gotten the Blink Dagger. He's going to move up here. Passion comes through, going to get the big ultimate RP on the Drow Ranger. Leaf Eater trying to back up. Has all of those Wraithbands. Didn't really help her too much there, as the Axe will get the dunk onto her face. Zingle will take out the tower in the mid lane, somehow without the precision aura that the Drow provides, and meanwhile in the bottom lane, we've got a push as Beastmaster, Chen, and T1E are going to go on to the tier 1 tower at bot. They're going to pretty quickly take it out. So we've gone 8 minutes into this game, and the rating are already down 3 tier 1 towers. So I guess that's as good a time as any to show the net worth. And the only question is if the rating can keep up and if they can get the items to pick off the Dire. Because pushes like these, this is really an eggs in one basket type of thing. And the Dire have to go with it really quickly. So they do quite a bit of damage to these towers. I mean, it's not any problem to take them down. It's just when the rating decides to start fighting. They need to get a few items up in order to do that. Like the Blink Dagger on Axe maybe, or a Vanguard. Either one would work. Magnus needs a Blink Dagger most likely. And the bottom tier 2 tower goes down. So a tower trade for the teams as Axe looking for some more kills inside the jungle. Here come the Dazzle and the Drow Ranger down the mid lane. Drow Ranger has turned one of the Wraithbands into a Ring of Aquila. Wow, kills. Nature's Prophet finds Orsa inside the jungle. Axe wasn't able to help at all there. We're doing a really good job of seeing all the kills today, guys. I know you guys are very impressed with the camera work. It's really good. Don't worry. And, well, I think the Dire are going to make the pretty obvious move here to go for the Roshan. It's 9.5 minutes into the game. They've taken out the Orsa, and taking out this Roshan, it denies the Orsa the Rosh, which is pretty big. Cakes is going to find his Necronomicon, and so 9.5 minutes into this game, I think the admins were a bit worried about this match taking too long for the CSGO All-Star match. but that's not really that big of a problem. The old Zingle Aegis. That is okay. Interesting. T1E walks right up to Ursa. Ursa uses the overpower. He's trying to get into Cakes right now. Cakes doesn't have the yell. He's going to get a lot of damage from the Legion Commander, but oh no, Nature's Prophet absolutely wrecks the Ursa. Here comes the big ultimate from Chen. It's going to heal up most of the Dire team, but the Radiant going to try everything they can to try to just spam out the Dire waves. Legion Commander does very well against this strategy. Yell goes on to the Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern does have the ultimate to use anytime here. Beastmaster takes out that mid-tier 2 tower, and only one outer tower remaining right now for the Dire to take out. So we are almost 11 minutes into this game. We are almost out of outer towers for the Radiant. They're going to have to break high ground sometime. And we may as well look at some graphs. You know, the XP lead is pretty predictably in favor of the Radiant as they've been spreading out the map more and Dire have been working a bit closer with each other. But the net worth is very clearly in favor of the Dire. Aegis is still on Zingle. I'm sure he's going to be able to use it very well. And here come the Dire. Without the help of the Drow Ranger, who, take a look at this build. Power Treads, 4 Wraith Bands, and a Ring of Aquila. Shadowblade on the Legion Commander, seeing if she can find someone. T1, could be the candidate. He's got the drums. He's going to stop for a second. Zingle! He's got the Aegis. He's trying to run away. He's not going to go down, though. He's he's going to get dunked. So at least the Legion Commander is a winner. There's going to be a nice RP as Magnus blinks right into the trees. The Skewer out is going to make sure that the Nature's Prophet and the Beastmaster goes down. Zingle trying to back away. No grave for you. And there's the dunk. Doesn't even matter anyway. Praise the Sun almost down. Board trying to do enough damage. Oh no, here's the Necro unit. Trying to get blocked out by Passion. Passion blocking out the Necro unit. And Praise the Sun. Yeah, he's going to be okay right now. The Necro unit can't get to him. Tome of Knowledge is going to get picked up by Zingle. I'm sure he's going to get a lot smarter from that. Take a look at Leaf Eater. He is still on the build that we saw him at before. You might want to get a little bit more before he starts thinking about fighting. He's doing a lot of damage, over 200 with each hit right now. T1 almost at the Aghanim Scepter. They're definitely getting a lot from these early pushes. The problem is, what happens? Wow, Ursa just got killed by a neutral. Nice. I didn't know they were that strong. It was probably Nature's Prophet ult coming through it in some kind of capacity. Call goes on the Leaf Eater as well as the dual Leaf Eater about to not die just yet. Actually, the mechanism now too much for the Drow Ranger to die, and now Ice9, he is trying to get closer for the Cole. Oh, he's right next to her. Not going to hit it, though. Slowed down by the Ice Arrows, and actually the spin will be enough. Ice9 is going to use the TP to try to get out. Doesn't even go for the cancel because he knows it's time for him to leave. Praise the Sun goes over the Sprout with the flying thing, the Arctic Burn. Gonna go into the Cold Embrace. And Zingle knows that he can't go for the kill steal just yet. There he goes. Gets it with the weave. Yeah, the Shadow Wave, sorry. So here we go. Dire go in through the bottom lane. They are 9 kills for 8 right now. They don't have the Drow Ranger, but they will have the R in a couple seconds. I don't really know what Leaf Eater wants with that. So, Dire, they're going to make a push for the high ground. Axe is alive. RP is available from the Magnus. There's an RP on the T1E and cost absolutely wrecked here. Here comes a call on the backside as well as a duel. Duel is on the T1E and he's still living right now. The duel is actually going to expire. The Nature's Prophet eventually goes down, and Zingle and Cakes trying to do everything they can on the back of this. Zingle is going to attack his friend Cakes as the Winter's Curse goes onto both, I guess. Well, there's going to be an ultra kill for Ice9, who just spins to win there. Tier 3 tower only goes to half health, and at this point, I feel like Wrecking Ball's best bet will be to throw their bodies at the tower and hope that it eventually goes down. Net worth getting about to even right now. Ursa has found the Drow Ranger, so that'll complete, I guess, a full 5-man team wipe. trash talk by Magnus because the Wrecking Ball team are not doing as well as with their strat as they had before. Nature's Prophet really trying to work towards that Aghanims. Whoa. That's some real trash talk right there. Smoke comes out from the Radiant trying to find some heroes. They may find Tiwani on the Nature's Prophet. Where is he? Oh no, he's TP'd out. Just kidding, they won't find him. He's gone.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ice 9, he's still going to go on his hunt. Mid lane, they're going to see 3 heroes. The Chen, the Nature's Prophet, and Single. Wow, this Ursa very aggressive. He wanted to go down, get something. Instead, he just falls. Smoke is going to come through by the Dire. They could find Magnus. Magnus, a little bit far out. Or they might find nobody. Man. T1E finds a hasted Legion Commander. And Axe is here. Axe blinks away. Sproul is in range right there. Ice 9 is going to eat through it. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Koss is taking a lot of damage from the Winter Wyvern's Winter Blast. Axe is looking for something to go on here. I'm so confused by this Blade Mill icon. T1E makes his way back to the bottom lane where he's probably going to push out some creeps.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
There is going to be the Chen calling his creeps to him. Nature's Prophet denies the bottom tower, keeps a little bit gold out of the bindles of the Radiant. And we'll see if there's going to be some kind of engagement here. Legion Commander going to get the Ice Arrow, and Cake's not able to find the Yell. A little bit slow there. Roshan will respawn in an undetermined amount of time right now. Still has a minute left on the normal respawn timer. Where are we? Hello. T1E is 350 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter. So right now the window is kind of closing for Wrecking Ball, as they really need to probably get a pick off or two at this point in order to go for the high ground. And even at that point, things are very difficult for them as they're going against a Magnus, an Axe, a Legion Commander that'll just clear out their creeps, as well as the Winter Wyvern with the Splinter Blast and the Winter's Curse. So things are getting a little bit more difficult as time goes on here for Wrecking Ball. Shadowblade going to get used by Solar, and I don't think the Dire know about it at all. Nice words here for the Radiant is going to scout out all of the Dire as they walk through, trying to find some ganks. Meanwhile, the top tower and top tier 2 is going to hang in the balance. Magnus looking for someone inside the tree. He's not going to find anyone just yet.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So here we go once again. Dire, they are sticking to their guns. They want to push in through the bottom lane once again. Remember, Team Gorgon has taken the first match against Team Toffees in a pretty convincing fashion. 18 minutes into this one, we've got the trains being made by the Nature's Prophet. Tier 3 tower goes down. The Legion Commander, where is she? She's going back over here. She's definitely needed to clear out these creeps in the mid lane. She's going to get that overwhelming odds down. That bottom melee Rax is going to take the fall, as there go the treants. They're looking to cancel some TPs here. Blink forward by Axe. Ice Knight is going to get the double call. Leaf Eater, he is going to get sent back by the Chen. There's the RP onto the Dazzle, eventually killing him pretty much right away. Dual dunk and a kill by the Axe Legion Commander combo. So that's 2 going down at bottom, while the ranged Rax did go down in the end. So they got the ranged Rax. They give up 2 kills on the supports, so it's not really the worst. And we'll see if the Dire are able to do more of the same. 1 Rax really is not enough in this match. They need to put more pressure onto the Radiant. The first one isn't too bad, especially considering that it's before 20 minutes, but I think that the Radiant definitely have some tools to be able to deal with that. Roshan has respawned. We'll see if the Dire go for it anytime soon. However, if they don't, that would be easy pickings for Ursa. I think the Dire may be aware that it could be up at this point. Dazzle goes forward in the mid lane. It's going to be a Force Staff in a weird place. Zingle, he is going to get called, and Axe once again spins to win and kills Zingle. I'm not sure if he understands the way that Axe is played. I'm going to try to report Ricky. Unfortunately, I'm not going to see him in this match, and I also don't think you can report in private lobbies. Oh no. There we go. I fixed it. I thought it was stuck there for a second. Here they go onto the Roshan. They're going to find the Treants dying in there. Cakes is going to make Roshan smell with that little green cloud going around him. He's taking a lot of damage here. He's going to take a smackdown from him. Also throws out a Hawk, which can't actually deal damage to Roshan. So here comes the Nature's Prophet. RP is available as well as the Blink. Passion getting ready for the big jump here. He's going to blink forward, get the double RP. There's going to be a yell on the Passion. Passion getting very low. Cautious going to go right onto his back. Going to get the kill with the Chen. Now the Ursa is going to get thrown up to the air. Leaf Eater is going to get dueled by the Solar and do enough damage here. Getting a wide angle view of this one as T1E. He's going to get spun on by the Ice 9. There's the kill. Legion Commander does eventually go down, and here are the Ice Arrows onto the Ursa. Ursa going to get silenced, as does Ice 9. Zingle making his way over towards the east. They're going to check out the Roshan, see how low he is. This is going to be easy pickings for the Ursa to take. And I'm not sure that there's much that the Dire can do about it. There is, of course, a Maelstrom onto the Ursa. And there's the blink call onto Zingle. Zingle going to use up into the air. That was also a self-use. So, there's a pause. Now the pause is over, and the dunk not going to come through just yet. There it is! Ice 9 going to get stunned up from the Poison Touch, but it doesn't matter. He is able to get the kill onto the Dazzle. Dazzle! Winter Wyvern going to TP his way out. And where did the Aegis go? Maybe it was denied. I didn't see that, honestly. I was too... I think it was denied, because that may have been what the chat was all about. I was a little bit focused on what was happening with Zingle at the time. I don't know why I was. He was probably going to die anyway. In any case, no Aegis on the board. Tons of Treants over here at the hard camp. Cakes is looking for something to do here. He is swagging his way as the Beastmaster. He's got the Necro 3 available. Also 1550 gold in the bank. Waiting for the rest of his team to see if they can catch up to him. And their quest to get some more towers down. This tier 2 tower remains standing. What is this Legion up to? Oh, there's a yell onto Passion. Passion about to go down. Going to force staff forward, and he's going to skewer away. Doesn't matter. Chen is able to finish up that hit. And gets the kill. So once again, the Dire are able to find the pickoff, and this is really what is going to fuel their push. Blink forward by Iceland. There's going to be a winner's curse on the Zingle. Zingle not going to be able to grab his way out of that one. Doesn't really matter. Chen is going to get dunked on by the Axe, and now Axe is trying to look for something else. T1 going to get dueled by the Legion Commander. That is going to be 4 down in the mid lane. They thought they could do something with the Magnus down. They thought wrong, as the Radiant just run right through them. Maybe they needed Leaf Eater for that fight. Probably would have just turned into a full 5-man team wipe anyway. Ice 9 going to find some creep friends in the mid lane. He is got a Mystic Staff. I'm thinking that's going to build into the Shiva's Guard. Let's get some grass for you guys. It started a little bit in favor of Wrecking Ball, but here it goes back in favor of the Radiant in basically every form. 24 minutes in the game. 24-14. As K-Pop Gorgon's team, they are getting the call faked out of them as Chen gets back into that mid lane with a couple of Necro book creeps to his name. Yeah, so currently Gorgon's team is winning the series 1-0, and they're looking pretty good in this match. As the Dire's time window is basically ending fairly soon. T1 going to get spun down. The Ursa does end up going down to the Chen. And here comes Zingle. He's got the Yule Scepter onto Ice9. Ice9 is going to get the slow from the Drow. There's a big double RP. Solar about to get taken out. Not just yet. There are the Axe to make sure that does happen. Ice9 almost down. Trying to Force Staff away. And, well, the Radiant may have gone a bit too deep in here. Force Staff over the trees from Passion. Not really used to this Monarch, to be honest. But there we go. Wrecking Ball, they take a little bit more of a foothold in this game, and Cakes is going to go forward into the mid lane, taking out some wards there.
Retreat? Ha! Never heard of it.
With those couple of buybacks, the push onto the mid lane might be halted a little bit. They do have to worry about those creeps going in through bottom. And without an Aegis, the Dire might be a little bit hesitant to really go for the high ground. They're going to switch tactics, go for the tier 2 tower in the top lane. And that's going to be the last remaining outer tower. If they do end up taking it down, I mean that if they get a win on a team fight, they can, or even if they don't, if they split push, things could be a little bit dangerous for the Radiant. But I think at this point the Radiant are pretty good at splitting up the fight and taking assaults on multiple fronts. Now the tower goes down. It's very easy to underestimate exactly how fast it goes down with all those treants. Brace of Sun going to take the Necrobook. This is a mass Necrobook strat. We've got one on Nature's Prophet, one on Beastmaster. Drow Ranger hasn't bought one. She's gotten the Butterfly. There's going to be Koss going to get skewered forward. Yell goes onto the Radiant, as now Koss is going to get dueled by the Legion Commander. Easy duel for her, easy damage. She is currently at 86. Beastmaster is going to clean up the accident, or is it trying to chase down the Beastmaster? Beastmaster going to blink forward into the trees. He is trying to TP out. Will he be able to go? Yes, he will. That's a couple kills go in exchange for each other. They don't lose too much. Wrecking Ball continue to take the advantage here. Roshan will be up in a little bit less than 6 minutes. And now we'll see what the strategy is going to be for the Dire. I mean, they could go for a split push. They could get a couple of pickoffs and then go for a push. There are lots of different things they can do. And with a couple of buybacks being down on the side of the Radiant, things might be a little bit easier for them if they can get the heroes down. And that's a pretty big if. Leaf Eater could get gone on by the Ursa, but Ursa is just going to turn around. So yeah, Axe does some damage now. That's basically the gist of that. Lots of actual real damage going on to Ursa as he's forced to Shadow Blade away from the top lane. He's at half health after a couple of nukes came through. And we did see the Axe Refresher build from the Nature's Prophet in the last game, and this time he's going for just building up the Necronomicon before he actually gets the Refresher. The mid lane tower is in deny range. Someone's thinking about denying. They're just going to send a creep over to do it. And, well, here they go. Smoked up on the mid lane. It could be a blink in by Magnus. It would be a blind blink. Cakes is going to show himself here. Drops the Necro 3. We'll see if they're up on it. Oh, Cakes goes for the yell, but it's not going to happen. Magnus blinks away. Now Cakes trying to find something else. Ice9 with the Blade Mail. He's going right onto Cakes, and now Zingle Koss. They're locked together with the RP, but Axe once again is going down. There's going to be a Winner's Curse on the Koss. Koss is going to get taken out by T1A. Betrayed by his own team. Zingle, he's got the Raven Ball. He's going to use it on himself. Cakes is going to get locked away from the Ursa. Ursa trying to cut his way through the trees. He uses the Enrage right now. Legion Commander on the backside going to take out the Dazzle. T1A is wasting the trees a little bit. He is going to TP out. Beastmaster blinks away from the Ursa. I think he was given vision by the Necrobook units, possibly. Maybe not. In any case, he blinks away. Maybe it was lucky, maybe not. Wrecking Ball don't take too many casualties there, but they do end up losing the ground. That pretty much stops their push onto the high ground. Alright, so a little bit of an update on the situation. T1A, he is currently at the top of the net worth chart. He is at Necro 3, Ags, Ursa pushing in through the bottom. Let's take a look at the graphs. XP pretty far in favor of the Radiant right now. Net worth, that is a bit like an EKG. It is back and forth right now, choosing to stay at around the 0 mark. So the teams are fairly even on gold, and it's very well distributed too. I would say that the supports for Dire are slightly poorer, but in the end, as long as they can get their spells off, which is slightly difficult, but if they do, they're pretty much fine. Zingle is going to get the Arcane Rune, which might help him out a little bit with decreasing the cooldowns. Here they go. They might be doing some scouting here. We might see a Necro on Necro game if K-pop decide to try to beat Toffees' team at their own game. Cost moves forward here, as does Cakes. They're going on to some trees, which might not be the best thing. Here comes the yell on the Praise the Sun. They're trying to take the curse of the winner's curse out of this fight. T1 goes forward. Double force staff forward is going to put, oh man, beautiful RP onto 2. Yule Scepter onto the Magnus as he is thrown into the sky. Nate's probably will end up taking out the X with massive damage here. T1, he is going to get wrecked by the Orson. And now there's another winner's curse onto the Chen. Chen is going to get pretty much dead here. I mean, there's certain varying levels of dead, and that one was fairly dead. Gorgon's team get back into this one as the Toffee squad, they really can't figure out how to work together. And Axe, well, he's kind of getting sick of it, so he's going to rage quit. I'm not sure if anyone on the rating has realized it just yet. They're going to go on to the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. They eventually take it out with the Ursa, the Legion Commander, as well as Winter Wyvern. So the Axe is dead, and he has gotten back into this game. He's reconnected, that is. Native Prophet uses a buyback. He hasn't been doing a whole lot of ratting, which is, I guess, okay. Radiant move back. They are going to find that Roshan is still dead for about a minute. And we'll see where the teams go after this. Ursa at the top of the net worth chart. Now he's got the Maelstrom, the Shadowblade Midas build. It's very standard on an Ursa. I don't usually see them go anything else. Even a Blink. I mean, I would say that Shadowblade definitely a lot better on Ursa than Blink. And by the way, if you guys can realize that, I'm using sarcasm right now. Blink is generally standard on Ursa. He probably doesn't mind going with the Silver Edge since he does get more health and some more survivability. But generally the Blink is the more desired option. Passion going to blink forward. He is going to find Zingle, of course. Who else? Yell goes on to Praise the Sun, trying to take him out with the Necro Books. And Ursa going to use the Enrage. He goes forward. Zingle has already gone down Praise the Sun. He is getting absolutely wrecked by the Necro Books. Ice 9. He's going to watch the Winner's Curse go on to T1, and here comes the call. They are doing a little bit of damage to him. Ice 9 does need to be careful with these mass Necro Books. T1, he's going to get smacked around by the Oyster, trying to TP out. Not going to happen. Solar on the backside. He's getting a double kill, doing a lot of damage with that big blade of hers. 136 dual damage at this point, and she's going to TP over and clear out some creeps in the top lane. Big fights getting taken by Gorgon's team so far. Passion is going to find Cakes. Now this would complete the full 5-man team. White Boar is going to get summoned by him, slowing down Passion a little bit. Passion's going to TP away. Hello? Okay. Doesn't want to deal with the Beastmaster. Decides to have Mercy. I cannot blame him for that. And Beastmaster is working towards that refresher. So let's see. I guess that would be a double yell for him. He'll definitely have enough mana. Not sure if he would. He might run out sometime. I mean, with as little of a mana pool as he has, going for a refresher this early, I mean, maybe he needs it for the double yell, but might want to go for some kind of mana item first. Zingle scouts out Roshan. Magnus might be going for another kill on the Zingle. Here's Yule Scepter. Zingle puts the Poison Touch on the Passion. Passion trying to back up from this one. There is a lot of damage here. A Force Staff forward by Cakes. Oh no, Zingle. Yeah, meets an Ursa, and that is not the bear you want to be meeting inside the river. T1 trying to back up from this one. Gonna get scared out by the bird. IGH did take a lot of damage from the Necrobook popping. Mercy? Mercy, please. Axe has Mercy onto the the T1E Nature's Prophet, letting him get out of that one just this once. Being a nice guy and all. Praise the Sun wanders into the Roshan pit and immediately gets scared and cold embraces himself. Right now, the Radiant are clearly taking the lead on the net worth. Where are we? Alright, going over to the top lane. T1E is hiding inside the trees, taking High's advice. And yep, he's just sitting there. The Chen converts a catapult over to his claws. I'm not really sure how the catapult even thinks about that. Radiant's on the Orsa now. This is a very scary bear to go against. He can burn you, he can melt your face off, and he can also sneaky attack you. This is not a guy you want to be meeting any time of day. Nature's Prophet continues to have a good time inside the jungle. Not really sure what he's doing there, but I know that... Oh wow, those actually look like bamboo. Are the Radiant trees bamboo? I didn't even know that. That's so weird.
Radiant's courier
The T1E picks off the Radiant Courier. So that's... Was that a gem? No, it was just a recipe for your Mjolnir. Well, good play by T1E. He's going to halt the build of the Ursa for a couple moments. Ursa, of course, still has... Wait, who has the Aegis? It's on Legion. Okay. So Legion has the Aegis. They may be going for Ursa sometime. Here they go. They're going to find the Ursa inside the woods. He's going to be melted of all of his mana. He's got the Enrage still going. There's going to be a silence onto his back. And Ursa, with all of his gold, will end up going down. So that's a pretty big kill for Wrecking Ball. I mean, it puts them back, you know, about... What was that, 2,000 gold? Yeah, 2,200 gold net worth change there. Puts him a lot better. Beastmaster has finished off his refresher, and he will be regening off some of that mana. He has another roar right now. The Radiant getting pretty close to the Dire base, and they're just going to TP over back to theirs. Shen not going to be available from this push. That means that they're going to be short one Necro Book. Here come the Treants. This is going to get easily cleaned up by the Legion Commander. Look how easy that is. Just throw the arrows, take the kill. Cakes has gone forward. Shivasgar is going to clean up the Hawk. So they're not going to have vision of this anymore. Dire are going to have to be very careful with how they want to push into this. They don't have the refresher available right now from the Beastmaster. There's only one yell for them. And if we have a break, I'll see if I can fix some volume issues. You're actually the first person that's telling me so far. So everyone else is lame for not telling me. Unfortunately, I'm not with my normal setup right now. My normal setup is like a soundboard, a couple of monitors. Right now I'm off a laptop, which is beautiful, but not really the best to be streaming or casting off of. So if there are any difficulties, I apologize for those, but that's kind of the nature of the problem right now. I was kind of asked to do this spur of the moment, and you know, it's a little bit rough, but I think it's pretty functional for now. This is not BTS style stream. This is my bedroom and CSL. So we'll turn the sound down a little bit here, just so that maybe things aren't as overwhelming. Radiant looking for something to do here. Chen is walking around with his army. He's got a troll, some Necro Books. This Necro Book is on cooldown for 82 seconds now. I mean, this strat is easily dealt with basically with an axe and a Legion Commander. Radiant have drafted this pretty well for this big push strat of Wrecking Ball. Chen, he's taking out the top tower. He just throws those creeps in there, and I'm a little bit surprised that the Chen hasn't gone for an Ags yet. I follow Solar a little bit as he's walking around as the Blade Mail. Silver Edge looking for some kills here. Could use that Silver Edge to get right in. Zingle's a pretty juicy target. Call is going to go on to Cakes. Cakes is not going to be able to get the off here. There's a Silver Edge and the duel right onto Zingle. The silence a little bit late. Yellow's going to go on to Iceland. There's the Winner's Curse. Meanwhile, on the other side, Leaf Eater trying to back away from the Winter Wyvern. As we call on the Cakes, getting absolutely blown up by the Ursa and Leaf Eater. There is not enough damage that he can do here. Legion Commander will take out the Drow Ranger and Shen, and the Nature's Prophet just kind of looking at their team and wondering where they went. 2,900 gold on the Courier as it goes down. Let's see what was on it. The Mjolnir. This Ursa is never going to get his Mjolnir. That is a very sad bear indeed. And look at this Nature's Prophet. He is ready for the rat. I'm sure he's just going to sit here until he finds something opportune to do. He's going to use his ultimate. So he's just going to sit here using his ultimate. Axe is just walking right past him. And the Shen is going to stay here too. All the creeps are going to get cleaned up by the Nature's Prophet ultimate. And here he comes. Nature's Prophet going right in onto the range tracks. Going to force out a Fortify. And Nature's Prophet, he's now going to TP away. No! There is the Yule Scepter. Nature's Prophet in the sky. T1E going to get the trees around himself. There's going to be a call, going to keep T1E here as Passion is going to clear out the creeps with the Force Staff. Now all the Nature's Prophet can do is try to kill this range Drax. And he's not even going to be able to get that, but he does get out. Okay. That's interesting. Shen doing everything he can to try to keep this bottom lane pushed down. Right now that's really the goal for Gorgon's team. They just want to make sure that they can cut the waves. Another duel on the Shen. This is 190 damage on the Legion Commander. This is the Legion Commander that's starting to hit like a truck. There's going to be a call on to Zingle. Zingle going to get smacked around by the Axe a little bit. Tries to get around the trees, but there are so many trees here. Look at this. Zingle trying to back away. Is he going to make it? Not just yet. One dunk. There it is. Zingle's down. Smacked in the face with an axe. Ursa trying to chase down T1E in the top lane. There's going to be a call onto him. And then there's going to be another big dunk as there's a double kill for Axe. You can see his bloody footsteps as he just runs away. Here we go onto the mid lane. Solar going for that tier 3 tower. Here could be his chance to break the high ground for the Radiant. Nature's Prophet is going to buy back. I'm sure he's looking for some more ratting going on as Beastmaster is pushing in through bottom. First Rex's game is going to go down in favor of the Radiant here. Nature's Prophet is made inside the base, as does the Beastmaster. This could be a base race, but they're going to go over towards top. They want to go for this tier 3 tower. Magnus has made it back, as has the Axe. RP not just yet. Beastmaster taking a lot of damage from this. Here comes Legion Commander. Tier 3 tower does go down. Blink away by the Nature's Prophet. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, that Rax has gone down as well. IG is trying to do all the damage he can over to the Drow Ranger, but the Drow Ranger, elusive as ever, not going to matter as the Ursa does end up taking her out. So does the Chen Dai, and well, the Ursa is going to take the fall. So they stop the push in the mid lane. There is no buyback available from the Nature's Prophet or the Drow Ranger. And in the mid lane, Zingle is going to get harassed a little bit by Praise the Sun. Praise the Sun is going to get Yules up in the air by the Dazzle. Dazzle going to put the slow on the Praise the Sun. Here comes the Axe. So Axe trying to look for a kill onto the Zingle. Zingle may need to be careful. He's going to continue to be aggressive on the Praise the Sun. Here comes Axe. Blink. Call misses. Nice Force Staff away by Zingle. Zingle going to get slowed down by the Shiva's Guard as well as the Battle Hunger. Battle Hunger going to slow down Zingle. There is the Arctic Burner as well. And there's the dunk. You can basically predict it at this time that Zingle. Let's take a look at his score. 3-15. I talked about him at 0-20 earlier today. He is not quite there, so I think we might have to implore the rain to get there. And this might be the push onto the tower. Zingle wants to feed once more. Yule Scepter into the sky. Skewer is available. Here's the call from Max. Skewer goes a couple of inches, and there's another dunk. 3-16-11. 4 more deaths would make 320 for the Dazzle. I don't think we're going to get there. This is the tier 4 tower going down. Roar onto the Winter Wyvern by Cakes. Cakes is going to use the second Roar with the refresher. Cost is going to use the Ghost Scepter. As Cakes goes down, so does Leaf Eater. And now Cost is also going to feel the wondrous glow of death on his backside. Oh wow, the Winter Wyvern does end up getting taken out by the Nature's Prophet. He also sprouts the Ursa inside the base, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be it. The GG was called by Wrecking Ball, and that's going to be it. Gorgon's team, I believe, or K-pop or whatever they're called, they're going to take this series 2-0 over Toffees' team. So if there was any question as to which caster was better at having a team, I would say it's Gorgon, especially considering that he didn't even show up. that's going to be it for me. I'm Pithy, and thank you guys for watching. Apparently you guys got some CSGO after this, so go enjoy that. But it has truly been a pleasure casting this Dota 2 All-Star match of the CSL for you all tonight. Thank you, and as always, cheers.